The human body has two very complex and different mechanisms for keeping the body healthy in the face of changes and environmental conditions. These two mechanisms are known as AMPK and mTOR. In fact, the body recognizes two types of general conditions from the interaction between itself and the environment: abundance of food resources versus famine. In the normal state, the body's health balance depends on switching between these two mechanisms, because each of these mechanisms has the ability to make specific changes in the body that the body needs to stay healthy and strong. The mTOR mechanism is activated when the body is in a state of abundance by eating sugars, carbohydrates, and proteins. However, the AMPK mechanism is activated gradually in critical conditions and the lack of food resources for a long time and lack of nutrition. As mentioned, one of the activators of mTOR is the consumption of carbohydrates and sugar. This mechanism is not directly stimulated by glucose itself, but by the presence of insulin in the blood. It should be remembered that AMPK and mTOR are two opposing intracellular pathways, and each one deactivates the other. The mTOR system is activated and kept active by eating carbohydrates and proteins and increasing growth hormones. As long as insulin and amino acids such as methionine are active in the body is in a growth or anabolic state. In contrast, the AMPK system, or lack of food resources, is activated in ways that the body's cells feel this deficiency either from not eating food or from consuming existing resources. AMPK is activated by these cases: fasts that limit the intake of any calories into the body, ketosis or diets that restrict carbohydrate intake, eating plant materials that contain flavonoid and polyphenol molecules, and exercise. Exercise activates this pathway in a short time and by consuming the resources available in the muscles and liver. AMPK and autophagy. After AMPK is activated, its downstream events such as the SERT and alpha-PCG1 genes and autophagy are activated, all of which are different types of DNA protection and repair of body cell tissues. On the other hand, when mTOR is activated, the priority changes from repair and protection to growth and proliferation. The consequence of this event is increased cell proliferation and the strengthening and building of new muscles and tissues. One aspect of staying in the proliferative state is increased DNA damage and the production of waste proteins in unfavorable conditions of cell proliferation, which ultimately leads to an increase in cancerous tissues in the body. In a healthy state, our body has the ability to perform many of its own intracellular mechanisms, including repairing insulin sensitivity, rejuvenating stem cells, and optimizing intracellular mechanisms and proteins. To activate this therapeutic and rejuvenating mechanism, the body does not need any medication. Rather, simply by spacing out meals, the body can enter the AMPK system on its own.